let's get it. Let's do a quick audio visual check. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Looks like I look good, sound good. Here we go. These markets are open. They're moving. It's Sunday night. New week, new trading opportunities. Audio, video good. Thank you, Bruno. Amazing. Pretty Lily. McKay. Undertaking. First time here live. You usually watch the video. Well, welcome, Undertaking. Appreciate it. Always, if you're watching. Sometimes that's part of it, right? I have the slow markets class. If you're not able to make it during the scheduled live time, you have that luxury to catch it on the recording. So, of course, I always love when you're able to catch it during live. You could ask questions and get your answers to those questions, hopefully. But look at these markets. They're going. They are absolutely going. Let's get to it. There's our Topstep risk disclosure in the YouTube chat. Everything that I say and go over, it's educational purposes only. It's not a signals class. It's not financial advice. One note. I do need to make this as a note. We're seeing some absolutely insane volatility in these metals. I did get an email from the Topstep team, and I'm going to just briefly go over it. It's I'll just read it out right now. It says, due to extreme volatility, we are placing trade restrictions on precious metals. And while this does not affect combines and XFAs, we strongly caution any participation in these products, as this high volatility can lead to quick price movement. So, I have my live account, right? I have my live account here, so I'm not going to be trading metals. I'm not going to be trading gold. I'm not going to be trading silver until things start to settle down. And honestly, it makes sense. I asked myself this question: would I really want to be trading this e-liquid market? And how insane it started to pick up on Thursday and Friday. I think that's the best choice, right? It's definitely the best choice. I wouldn't trade it in my personal account. It's tempting. I was watching the minis on Friday in silver and gold, and even again tonight. Like this is a micro. These are the micros on gold, and even then, like look at the spread. Look at the spread on this. You want to see what the minis look like? Like that's so scary. That's so scary on it. And it's continuing to get worse. It really is. Like, look at silver. Like, you can't even see that. Like, look at that. Look at this. This is the DOM, the depth of market. There's absolutely nothing. So, 100% in a real live environment, you honestly probably shouldn't be trading metals, even if it was a personal account, right? Even if it wasn't a personal account. Why is that? Well, there's not enough buyers and sellers, right? It's very illiquid. There's not a lot of volume in this market. The order book is just so thin, just ones and twos. If you get in at market, you're instantly getting filled at depending on, if say I want to sell at market, it's like you don't know what price you're really going to get. You might get slipped, $1,000 if you're trading one mini. You're just like, you market order in a mini, and you're instantly down $1,000. Same with your stop loss, right? You see these big crazy moves in silver. You might see some absolutely insane slippage. So it's not restricted for combines and XFAs. However, I strongly recommend it. I definitely would not want to touch it. Maybe if you want to just practice in a practice account, sure, I could see that. So you could kind of identify and see, wow, that really is insane. But be careful out there in these markets. And it's not just silver and gold. We're seeing volatility across the board, right? Talking about the NASDAQ. But yeah, look at silver. Let's do a real top-down analysis, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I had a really nice weekend. Enjoyed my weekend. I did a lot of pushing my body to the max in terms of just my physical and health goals that I'm going towards for 2025. And spent time away from the charts. So this is the first time being back in front of the charts, first time seeing these metals, and you guys get to go through it with me. Let's take a look at the Trader Hub, which is news, right? So first thing I like to do, what do we have for this week? So it's a new month. It's February 1st. So today is a brand new month starting February. Instantly, the first thing I notice is we got earnings still coming out. Earnings are coming out as well. Potential government shutdown. We got press conferences. We got Fed Bostic speaking. We got the new Fed elect, right? We have lots of Fed speakers, earnings, Pfizer earnings. So earnings are going to be sprinkled throughout the week, right? We have this big JOLTS job opening. That's going to be a big key piece of data where we could see some volatility coming on the 3rd. Scrolling through this, we got Uber's some more earnings, U.S. Treasury, some PMI. We got Fed speakers still moving this market, and jobless claims. Amazon earnings on the 5th. That's going to be a big one for the NASDAQ. So Amazon earnings on is that Friday? Let me make sure I get my days correct. No, it's Thursday. Amazon earnings on Thursday after the bell. That's going to be a big one. And yeah, we all know what it is. The first Friday of every month, non-farm payrolls. Non-farm payrolls, that's going to be I don't know if they call it the Super Bowl of the week, but that's going to be the highlight of the week, I think. Pending anything doesn't go crazy. Like, obviously, we have the risk of just something coming out and something hitting the markets, like unexpected news. But in terms of scheduled news, scheduled data, the highlight of the week for me is going to be the non-farm payrolls. Non-farm payrolls is what it looks like on top of the earnings, right? Amazon earnings, non-farm payrolls. All right, now we take a look. Let's take a look and see how these markets are reacting tonight. You guys are probably already ahead of me. And first thing I want to do is look at the daily. You can see we gapped down, filled the gap, and we're getting that continuation, right? There's the gap. We gapped down. We even got all the way down to 25,300. And then we rallied, filled the gap almost perfectly. That was nice resistance. And now we're getting continuation back down. So let's take a look at the day show. Let's take a look at the day show. Man, I can't even think straight. So let's take a look at the daily chart. Not the day show, the daily chart. 2 straight red days. We're headed back down to the lower end of this consolidation. 25,000. It's the big round number. Lots of selling pressure. Lots of uncertainty going on in this market around the world. A lot of things, right? There's a lot of uncertainty around there. So wouldn't be surprised if we can continue to see some selling pressure back down to maybe 25,000, maybe some of these lows. Where's the low of the year at? Where do we start? Are we right there? Are we right back to where we started 2026? You can see this was the opening candle right here, January 2nd. We are right testing the 2026. You know, the NASDAQ is hovering right around green and red for the year. We're just right there. We had that big spike up. It was a fake out, not a breakout. And we're right back, threatening the NASDAQ to be red for the year. Zoom into the hourly chart. That one's not looking too hot. We was talking when we was trading silver and gold the other day, last week. That H pattern, right? The H pattern, that's an ugly drawing. But you know what happened to gold and silver when we rallied, reject lower high, are breaking through some support. Are we seeing that here tonight? Actually, it's NASDAQ is starting to pick up speed right now as I'm speaking. I'm looking at these markets right now. Intel's down 3%, Netflix down 1%. Tesla down 1 3/4. Google's down 0.6. Amazon's down 0.8. Remember, we have Amazon earnings this week. Microsoft down 1%. Nvidia's down 1 3/4. So equities are just down. They're getting hit. I mean, look at this. Look at this chart. This is on the hourly. So we're getting more selling pressure. We filled that gap. The first thing I'm going to watch is, can this market get down here towards 25,100. We were there earlier this month, January 20. Was that January 20th? So maybe we could come down and retest 25,100. This is just not looking too hot. We do have a pivot here at what, 25,300-ish. Now remember, these are all zones. I'm just zooming out, trying to highlight, watching where this market might go. 25,000 is a big round number, and we might just end up targeting down here in this zone. It's a decent size zone, and we are already starting the selling pressure tonight, and it's holding, right? Not only did we start to sell, not only did the market sell off, but it held because we bounced, we filled the gap, like I was saying, and now we're getting more selling pressure. So if we do break this pivot, then, I mean, can we just see another flush? Can we see another flush here in the NASDAQ? So that's what I see on the NASDAQ. I'm still going to take a look at silver. I'm not going to trade it until things start to settle down. We all know, we've seen it. It's been the story of, man, look at this. Look at this. This is absolutely insane. Like what we've witnessed and what we've seen in silver, like literally a meme stock, and then just rug pulled. It's crazy to think that this is happening in a commodity, and it was just parabolic rally all the way up to $121 an ounce, and then in a single day, it was just such a sell-off. And yeah, it's a scary market. It's very illiquid right now. Like I said, I pulled up the DOM. There it is. You can see it. And like, there's just nobody buying and selling this. It's just so thin, which is very scary and dangerous as a trader, because you get a spike in one direction and you could blow an account in a blink of an eye. It's just best to wait. It's just best to wait till it settles down, honestly. First thing I'm recognizing, though, I'm still going to analyze it, right? I'm still going to analyze it because when it does start to settle down, I want to still make sure I'm on top of it. I'm aware and I'm ready to trade it. But we sold all the way off down to these 70s, right? This is where we were consolidating, and we ended 2026 and we kind of started 2026 around this level, these mid 70s. Now this was volatile, right? Remember when we were here in silver? At that point, we thought silver was extremely volatile. We're like, wow, we're seeing a $4 move on silver. It's crazy. The market's manipulated. And then it kept just going up. And it's like, if you're long, when the market goes down, you think the market's manipulated. When you're short and the market goes up, you think the market's manipulated, right? The market's always manipulated one way or the other, depending on what position you're in. Sometimes that's how it feels. But yeah, we came down, we tested this on Friday. We had a big rejection from 73 all the way back up to 84. Damn. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty big move. Let me zoom into an hourly chart. Yeah, these moves just absolutely insane. So historical move. Like, this is just one for the record books. You'll remember this forever. We went almost 40% off the highs. We're almost 40% off the all-time highs that was made just a couple days ago. 40% off all-time highs. Wow. You can see that range that we were trading to end the year. This nice little higher lows breakout. We're testing it, right? We're testing that. So if we want to put this pattern on there again, look where we tested, right? That's where we kind of broke out of that pattern. We're right back there, and we're making a lot of wicks to the downside at, trying to hold above $80 an ounce. And so far we're doing that. There's lots of consolidation. Remember, I'm still thinking the best play might be just to wait and watch. Like I said, not trading it. Maybe this might be a little, I don't know if this is going to be far stretched, right? Maybe we do get a bounce up to these upper 90s and retest this level that we broke. Can we see something like this? Maybe we could see some type of a bounce or a retracement. Maybe we come back and, I don't know, just find some type of support and resistance. Now, remember, I'm a technical trader, And I want to see market structure to be able to see patterns, recognize patterns, trade, manage risk, identify break of structures. So we definitely need better market structure than what we're getting here. It's just insane to see on the hourly chart. Zooming into a 5 minute, it's not much. It's not much of a, yeah, there's still not much. It's just so volatile. Even tonight, what are we doing tonight? Let's see. Where do we open? Dang, it's been a hell of a night already. Look, that was the open. That was the open right here. And we've came all the way down to 77, popped up $10 up to 87, right back down to 79, and now we're right in the middle, kind of where we opened the gap. I mean, we're measuring this move. We're measuring these moves. Like, look at this. 10%. Okay. 10%. That's a 10% sell-off to start the session. That's a 10% sell-off starting tonight in silver. 1,600 ticks. And then that's followed by 14% rally. A 14% rally. This is mind-blowing to me. This is absolutely mind-blowing. This is a commodity. And then that's over a 14.25% rally from the low just tonight. And then, another 10% sell-off, just another 10% sell-off, followed by, 7% rally in the last, just absolutely insane. I just have a, wrapping my head around this volatility in silver is just something else. Like hopefully everybody that's watching, everyone tuning in, understands why it's important to just wait, right? Sitting on your hands, waiting, understanding how thin this market is. Look at this order book and just like, wow. It's okay to watch and learn, right? It's something I'm watching. I've never experienced this in silver or in gold or any of that. So let's take a look at gold. Then we'll get to some music, and we'll get it from there. Gold, I'm sure it's something very similar, right? Very something similar. Yeah, beautiful. Hey, look, there's a 3-bar reversal. that's the what do we call it? The king of 3-bar reversals right here. That is one hell of a 3-bar reversal. Just insane. I'm sure there was that one on silver too. So yeah, nice casual. 16%, not as crazy, right? Gold's a lot more calm, a lot more tame. And yeah, there's some consolidation here at these 4,600. Had that huge rally. We all know that. We witnessed it. And sure enough, we came back, tested it. Zoom into an hourly chart. Let's take a look at the hourly chart. Gold just getting hammered, right? Look at that. Look at that major just selling off. Just getting hammered, melting. 5-minute chart here on gold. Hard to pick any directions. Coach J in the chat. Just insane what we're seeing in these metals, man. It's just hard to fathom sometimes. Just did not think I would ever expect it. So let's get to the music and let's get to some good questions. Ooh, there we go. Perfect. I got, if you guys want to know, if everybody wants to know, here is the official announcement. Here's the official announcement. Go ahead. I'm going to tag it. I'm going to put it in the YouTube chat. There it is. It's just basically what I said before. If you want more information, there it is. Go to the link in the YouTube chat. And that will help explain it. We're going to see more. I think the volatility in silver is not done. Like, if it was, we would have been seeing slower. We're actually seeing increase. Like look at this, 10% moves, 14% moves. The volatility in silver is just continuing to increase. I mean, over the last 5 minutes, like look at this. We're going to zoom in. Just since I start, like, what is that? A couple minutes right there. 2% in a couple of minutes. Whew. Crazy. I did trade it earlier at limit orders only. What does 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bid mean? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm not sure what you mean that. I'm gonna get some music going. Let's get some questions. And I'm gonna go to the NASDAQ because I'm a trader, and it's time for me to get back used to the NASDAQ. We're gonna get NASDAQ. NASDAQ, it's volatile. We're moving here on the NASDAQ. Obviously, look at the moves on the NASDAQ. So we're seeing volatility in the NASDAQ. So let's get it. Let's get it. We got the music. I gotta fix my music. Yeah, NQ's moving too. Yeah, there's so many opportunities tonight in these markets. At slow markets, we're not lacking opportunities, that's for sure. Let's make sure I got my music going. There we go. There we go. Did the leverage on gold change? I'm not sure what you mean the leverage. I know there's a lot of places that are increasing the margin, if that's what you mean, right? On not just gold. It's gold and silver and a lot of metals. When volatility increases, companies that you trade at, right? They increase margins. They increase margins. They're managing risk, managing leverage, as you would say. Gold is crazy even on the 1 minute. Yeah, I'm watching the NASDAQ here. This is make sure I got to get the 5-minute chart on the left-hand side. Got the 100 tick on the right, and I'm ready to trade it up. Yeah, well, it's volatile, right? Volatility has increased. How much silver and gold moves on an average true range, like every 5 minutes, is what it used to be on a daily, right? I remember it's like silver moves 2% in a day. That was a very bullish day. It's moving 2% in 5 minutes. So we're seeing daily ranges in the metals every 5 minutes. NASDAQ down 1% here. Seeing if we can hold these lows. First thing I'm watching is over here on this 100 tick, right? So far we're seeing higher low, higher low. Can we have a breakout of these 42s? It's actually looking like it. These are micros. These are true micros. Let's get into a true micro trade. What's a true? That's 17 points. I'm going to risk this low, 34 points. See if I can build a position on a breakout and a retest of these 50s. This is a lot more manageable. A lot more manageable here. So much. A lot less stress. Look at that. So that was only $20 though. Got to get used to it. Got to get used to this. Micro is a micro here in the NASDAQ. That dip. It's only 5 points. I need to get back to building positions, scaling in and scaling out. Because that move, if this was silver, that was this move right here. That would have been like $1,000. That'd have been $1,000. Yeah, that's insane. NASDAQ's too boring. No, it's not. It's not too boring. All right. Silver's just got us jaded to just insanity. There's insane levels of volatility. Not liking this rejection. That is a fake out. That is definitely a fake out. I failed to close out. I failed to close out of this one. Reverse, brother. Reverse. Yeah, I think we're failing right there. We're failing. Minus 33 bucks. Oh, so relaxing. I don't know if relaxing is the right word, but it's a lot easier to take losses in the NASDAQ using a micro than it is the rest. So I'm going to continue to watch it. No, nice long on gold. This PA is crazy. I mean, honestly, even the NASDAQ, it's pretty crazy, right? That's 35 points. It looks like we might fail now. It looks like we might just break through this. Yeah, we failed to hold the high. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There's 100 contracts at that. Yeah, that's... Here we go. A lot more comfortable. Yeah, I think that's the right word, right? It's more comfortable when you're trading a contract where it's only moving, you know, a couple dollars a tick rather than you're getting blown out every 5 minutes. Baron trades. How you been doing with it, Dakota? With what? With silver? Man, I've aged a few years. You can see I'm already growing a beard. I've got me a Costco membership. But NASDAQ is... Trying to get back used to the NASDAQ, I think, is going to be the right decision for me. Getting back to the NASDAQ. You hate Globex? Passing evals with... Remember, you can still trade silver and gold in XFAs and combines. However, just understand how volatile it is. Risk limits are important. Here goes NASDAQ. Let's see. I got it pulled up here. Looking at everything. Man, silver's all bad. Silver's up 8% tonight. Got to. Done. Go long MNQ. Yeah. Once you get the Costco membership, that ages you. That puts 5 years on. 1,000 lot holding NQ up right now. I got the micros. We could pull out a mini. Oh, damn. Okay. That is... I haven't seen that before, Jay. Look at this. 1,000 lot on the NASDAQ at 25,400. 1,000 lot on the NASDAQ. That's huge. Absolutely insane. We just bounced off it. Did any of it get filled? Did some of that get filled? Looks like 125 contracts were filled at 400. Yeah, that is just a monster order. Nah, it's been sitting there. Well, we got close. It looks like that price low is... Yeah, we tapped it. Just watch it, I guess. That's a big order. Still 1100 there. Yeah, 1144 right there. You can see it. See if the market runs away from it. If we're gonna go fill it now, in order for this is a buy limit order. Anybody who doesn't know, means there's somebody wanting to buy 1,142 contracts at this price. It's a limit order. It's insane. And in order for it to get filled, there must be that many sellers, right? So if sellers want to come in here and step in, they'll be filled, right? They're getting filled at that price. How much is that? I mean, do the math. Do the math. We could do the math. Do 11,000 times, well, if you're $20 a tick, or 1,100, not 11,000, and you're getting $20 a tick. What is that? Come on, that's 20,000, right? 20,000. Yeah, 22,000. Yeah, per point. Yeah, 22,000 per point, not tick. Deep pockets doing something in these markets. Now, futures are great for hedging. We're all speculative, right? What would they be wanting to do? They're short a big position in the equities and they want to hedge. And odds are this isn't just a outright speculative play. The Topstep house account order. There's Hogue. Where's Hogue? Is this like initial balance low or something? Let's watch this thing play out. I want to see if it gets filled here. While we're doing that, let's get to some. I could do some hashtag slow markets. We only got an hour tonight. Sundays, it's an hour. It's Sunday night. We're preparing for the week, and so I do a full hour. Told ya, Term says. Is that hindsight capital's order? Maybe. They should have bought it down here when it popped up. They pulled it. No, they didn't. It's still there. The market ran away from it. The market ran away. We've popped up to these 427s, these 420s. Some Dakota after dark. Yeah, we're here. I'm here for you. Even MES is herky jerky. Herky jerky. Yeah, I'm gonna pop over to the silver market. Silver hanging around where we opened and gapped. Gold doing a little bit of the same. But eyes are on the N key right now. Let's do some hashtag slow markets. Let's get it. So right there in the YouTube chat, there is my Twitter handle, whatever it's called. Go ahead and tag me if you're new here. Go ahead and tag me. If I like your post, I'll share it here live. Tag me in a trade, a setup, maybe past the combine, taking a payout. And of course, there is my Instagram handle. I'm going to be doing some more good stuff on the Instagram. Yeah, buying in front of that order worked for a decent trade. I mean, look at that. This market just rebounded. 50 points, just straight up. It went straight down, tagged it right back up. 4th week on the combine, by the way, just great. Nice. Good. That's what I want. That's what I like to see. That's what I want to see. If we get to 700 likes, I'll show you something. Get to 700 likes and I'll show you something. 700 likes should be an easy goal. W taking it slow. That's what we're doing here. I'm taking it slow. I'm down to dinner. But the NASDAQ, I didn't think I would ever say this before, is a lot less stressful. A lot less uncomfortable. It's more comfortable to trade the NASDAQ micros than a micro silver or a micro gold. Gold's back at settlement. Gold's chilling at settlement. Took my first, second, and third payout all in 11 days. And what I put into activation fees and evals. 5 months since I joined. Oh, beautiful. Good. Honestly, that's how it works. And let me find a post. I made a post about this a while ago. It's like, and on this note, this is important, Jaybird. You put in so much time, so much work, so much effort into learning how to trade, and those that don't give up, they're able to see what you're seeing right now. It's like, wow, it just clicked to me. I figured it out. You know, all that time and all that hard work and all that dedication, and that money you maybe spent or lost, I just made it up. Now, I'm not saying you're going to make up for it like instantly, but just to what you said, it's like, man, I didn't know I'd be making in 3 months what took me 5 years, right? I'll have to go through and find it. I'm definitely not the best with my words. If you do, you could tag me in it, someone. I'll find it. It's somewhere. Tag me into something good. A lot of... Man, I've sure been... NASDAQ really ran away from that big contract. There was 1,100 contracts sitting there at 25,400, and we just ran away from it. I'm going to get back into those micros. Straight down, held, and we're rallying away. So, wonder if we just bounce here. Like I said, I don't mind a play to the long side. We got Nvidia down 1.8% though. 1.8%. For when are the nanos? Well, hopefully they get nanos out soon. I personally would like to see the nanos. That's what we're calling them right now. Hey, Dakota made it back. Welcome. We're just watching the NASDAQ here. You know, let me get the charts to where it's a little bit better. And like I said, when we get to 700 likes, I'll show you a little something something. I don't think I've showed it before. I posted it, but I haven't showed it yet. The best part was the $1,300 payout I just took was 5 straight winning days from the free funded I got due to December issue. Damn. All right. There you go. Nice. Nice. Got your your account and $1,300 bucks. $1,300 later. All right, NASDAQ. Are we gonna go back down? I gotta watch this big contract if it gets filled. Here, we can all watch it together. And if you're just listening, I'll try and. Look, there's 100 of them. Look at this. The Magic 420, 25 420. That has been one hell of a price this year. Not just because it says 420, but it has been a price. Look how many contracts was filled at that price. There's 100 contracts there on the NASDAQ just sitting there, a buy limit at 25,420, and it looks like there was 690 contracts filled there, and there's 230 filled just before that. So, and then these are buy limit orders. These are buy limit orders. Oh, you know what we could also look at, chat? We could also, I'm gonna cause a little bit of drama here. I'm gonna cause a little bit of drama. Look at the Bitcoin. Look at the Bitcoin. Yeah, we're out here trading the live markets. Wow. Someone says, yeah, I do not disagree with this statement. Someone says, we're out here grinding, trading the live markets where all this influencers piled in Florida. No, I'm not gonna touch that. That's bait. That's bait there. Hey, we're live traders, all right. Look at. What do you want me to say to that? What? Am I missing something here? Look at the Bitcoin. Look at the Bitcoin. Wow. We are selling off in. Let's go. Yeah. We did break through a major support level here on Bitcoin. 85,000. We broke through 80,000. We broke through 80,000 here on Bitcoin. Next level. Where do we see Bitcoin going? I don't know. Can we test the 60s? Can we test these level here at the lower 60,000s? Maybe. Maybe. Bitcoin's down 8%. 8% tonight based off of the contract. Yeah, absolutely insane. Bitcoin's just taking it on the chin. 30,000, here we come. You know what? Coach J, hodl, Coach J, hodl. I myself might be interested in owning Bitcoin. I don't know if you remember me saying this from a year ago. I don't know if it's been a year, but I said this quite some time, and it was when we were selling off pretty hard a while. Like, when was this? It seems like it was a while ago. And those who've been following me for a while, you'll know. Down here, I was tempted to buy Bitcoin. Obviously, with hindsight, it's like, oh, I should have and taken profit. I will be tempted. I would be very tempted to get in long Bitcoin if we could maybe just see a bigger flush. Maybe we see maybe we buy MicroStrategy's position. Yeah, I'm switching over. NASDAQ broke the wall and I missed it. Oh, and it got filled. It got filled. I was screwing around with the Bitcoin and it got filled. Well, there goes the NASDAQ. That means, so that is, take it as you want. We filled that huge order at 25,400. So is that bullish or bearish? Is that bullish or bearish, someone? Let's hear it, chat. Is this bullish or bearish for the market? The fact that we came down and we filled that during Asian session. Someone says bearish, bearish, bearish. So it took, somebody had to step in, like every contract, right? For every order that gets filled, there's two sites, right? There's a buyer and a seller. The buyer sat there with a limit order of, 1100. There had to have been a seller push this market down and fill it. So that means, my point of view, now I'm not the best with order flow, but it's just logic, right? Sellers had to be a lot more aggressive, and they got that price. Like, the buyers got the price that they wanted. Sellers sold into it. Overall trend is still bearish. Yeah. Trend's down. Trend is down. Tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up and we're going to say, okay, who's happy? Who's more happy right now? Is the person that bought those contracts more happy? The person that sold those contracts? But I'm looking at that as being bearish for right now, because we don't know what the intention was behind it, right? Was it a hedge? Is it this? Is it that? Odds are it wasn't an outright, outright delta play. Yeah, it just wasn't an outright play. Usually it's not pure speculation. Yeah, it's definitely a sell side. That order itself made negative delta. Let's go 3-bar reversal. Well, I'm watching it. We filled that order, and once we filled it, it looks like we did get that spike down. And look at the buyer stepping right back into this market. Coach J. But his trade is not over until he sells, which could be weeks, or and it might not even be a trade. It might be a hedge, right? Maybe the person or institution or whoever wanted that order, that buy limit order, maybe it's just a pure hedge. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't mind shorts. I do not mind getting into a short in this market. We got Nvidia down 1.8, Apple down 0.8, Microsoft down 1.1, Amazon down 1.2. Remember, Amazon has earnings later on this week. Google down 3/4. Tesla's down almost 2%. Meta's down almost 2%. So there's a lot of pressure on these markets. Okay, there's a little bit of a short here. I want to build a position. I want to build an actual position. I think we could break the lows. All right, NASDAQ. You're teaching me I just don't. It's just I'm missing silver. GameStop 2.0. No, GameStop 2.0 is silver. It got me. So, NASDAQ got me. All right, NASDAQ. Yeah, we got Broadcom down 2% and Intel down 2.5%. Is NASDAQ's just gonna get me, man. Session VWAP feels important tonight. Yeah, I want to build into a position. So far, it hasn't let me build into a position. I still think there's a decent chance we could break down through these 400s. NASDAQ is mean. Yeah, silver was nicer to me. The one thing I'm watching right now is these pivots. We are making higher lows, and now we're making higher highs, right? I was looking for this to roll over right there. We didn't get it. I didn't get that rollover. So I'm going to take probably a $50 or $60 loss on this one. Double bottom? Yeah, it could be a double bottom. But honestly, the double bottom to me won't be confirmed unless we break through the high part of that double bottom, right? Double bottom would look like this, and we need to break through that. Because there could be a lot of patterns that form here, right? We could make a lower high. We could come bounce, make a lower high. We could form like a wedging pattern, something like this. There's a lot of patterns that can, be into play here. And what I'm playing for right now, and what this contract and what this trade is I'm looking for a breakdown of 400. It might not happen right now. It might not happen at all. But I need to get back into rhythm. I need to get back into sync with the NASDAQ and building a position, right? Building multiple contracts. And that's what I want to do here. I want to build multiple contracts. I want to build a position for a short position. 1 micro is very small. All right, there's another contract. So I'm short 2. Short 2 right now. All right. Let's take one more short. I'm short 3 contracts. Looking for a break through these 400s. Tighten up my risk a little bit on that one. Now let's see if we could break through 400s. If someone's watching the NASDAQ, you'll have to let me know if there's any big order right there at 400. Yeah. We bounced off 400 again. If we bounce off 400 again, then I'm okay with this trade being a loss. 400 might just be too strong. Why not stop in profit and add back? This is 26 points is what my risk is. I want to move my stop. I'd love to be able to move my stop. But I want to do anything I do in the market, like a stop order, move my stop, my take profit. It's based off of price action, right? Where am I going to move my stop? There's nothing indicating where I should move my stop yet. Maybe move it on this pivot, but I mean, come on, that's not much of a move. If we break down again, this is now a decent spot to move my stop, right? If we do break down and get a nice flush, then this is a good spot for me to move my stop. Just above this, maybe we're making some resistance here. All right, so now we're seeing a little bit of a flush, a little bit. And if we do start to break down, I'll get out of 1 contract. And hopefully, maybe you'll get to see me how I typically would manage multiple contracts. You haven't been able to watch, and I haven't been able to manage multiple contracts when I'm trading silver. And a lot of what you guys are seeing me here and seeing what you're listening to, I'm thinking out loud. Trading in front of an audience is very difficult. I'm trading in my live account, right? Trading in front of thousands, and all I could do is just think out loud. Just thinking out loud here. My thought process, what I'm thinking, what I'm looking for. Just watching this market, seeing if we could get a flush. We're just bouncing off. Might be bouncing a little too much. And for those asking about the P&L, I don't care about the P&L right now. Do I care that I'm down 38? Nah. Do I care that, the unrealized is plus or minus whatever dollars? No, because I know my risk is managed. Right, these are micros. This is not going to be a daily loss limit. There's no way. I'm risking, if we scroll up, I'm risking $150 on this trade. And it's less about the dollar amount and more about the process, right? Because this same process, whether I'm doing this with 3 micros or 3 minis, it should be exactly the same. Continue to watch this. We got 9 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Should see a spike right at that time. I mean, I say a spike. I'm not talking about price. I'm just saying maybe an increase in liquidity or volatility or both. What's my daily loss limit? So 150K account. If you go transition to live, you'll start with a $4,500 daily loss limit. I'm not gonna mine. If I get close to 1,000, I'm done. I'll stop it. Okay, let's see if we get that flush now. See, good thing I didn't move my stop. That's why I'm waiting. I'm trying to be patient. If you would have moved your stop to break even, you'd be out, right? This is that thing. So if you move your stop to break even, market comes up, taps your stop loss, gets you out of the market, and then we flush, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Right now, that would be the good pivot. Right at my entry, right? That's a nice pivot. Looking at this resistance. Remember, resistance, support and resistance are zones in my view. There's one heck of a buyer here at 400. I wonder if what it seems like is not only did they have a limit order, so they just maybe keep coming in at market at 400 and trying to hold this market up. Whether they're just trying to get into a position or get out of a position, I don't know. But 400 seems to be a lot of buyers there. I don't know. It just likes 400. Yeah. The market likes it. All right, this is where I might decide to just bail out on this. I'm watching price action now. Yeah, I'm gonna bail on this. I'll get out at a small loss. Because if it wants to rip, I don't want to be in it. I'd build a position again, but it's too strong. It's too strong right there. The 1 hour looks bearish. It's too strong. Too strong, everybody, in the NASDAQ. We tried how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I would get back into it. I don't mind getting back in. Yeah, look, it wants to go. It wants to. All right, I'm gonna get back into this. I don't mind taking a few smaller losses. If it wants to go, I want to be in it. Re-entry. Is that the measured move off of lower highs? Silver's behaving now. Come to the dark side. Drop. Nah. Silver. Even if silver's behaving well, I'm gonna stay away from silver for a minute. I'm trying to catch a breakdown on the NASDAQ. Whether I take, remember, my risk is $150 on this trade. Take a couple paper cuts. Buyers not letting sellers come down. Where's my? It's gonna stop me out on this one again. I'm gonna have a wider stop. What is silver doing? We can take a look. Yeah, see, look how volatile that is. 4% on that move. Gold kind of chopping around these 760s down to 730s. But NASDAQ, am I out? Oh, this is the minis. No, I think I'm stopped out of the micros. No, I'm still not stopped. Oh, okay. I moved it up here. I moved it to these 440s. So I'm going to let this one play out. We're coming up to the end of class. We didn't get to the 700 likes, unfortunately, but we got a few hashtag slow markets. I'm just going to give you a shout out here. Let's see. Maybe. Okay. Let's get through some. I'm going to get to a couple of these hashtag slow markets. We can watch this trade play out, or stop loss, or take profit. All right. Remember, this is just the social media. You guys tagged me in. Gabriel, my focus has been reset. Get back to what I know has worked for me. Another combine passed with this trade. We're going to slay February. Nice work. Good work. We'll get February. It's brand new month. I'll show you. Like I said, if we get to 700 likes, I'll show you. I'm excited for. It was a great end of last year for me. It was a great absolutely amazing. And so far this year's doing just as well. It's doing really well. Like I said, if you don't know, I did post it. I posted it a couple times, and it's even on the Instagram. You want it yourself? Hey, look, we're right back down there. So leaving this market room, I think, was the right decision. Just give the market room to run if it wants. And then right back up. Just 10 points. Just whoosh, straight right back up. This volatility is just micros. Important. Micros. Give this market room to breathe. I need to lose 200 to pass. All right, that's a good spot to be in. Eh? That's a good spot. Gold doesn't go. It's volatile. Gold and silver are volatile. I'm sticking with this net. Look at that. This is just insane too. For the NASDAQ at this time. Right, bob an hour in 2 minutes. Let's see what we do here in the NASDAQ. Just watching this. Is this going to be a little shoulder head shoulders pattern maybe? If we could break through? Or is it going to pop up above these 20s? We got a minute and a half to the bottom of the hour. We should be able to see a spike in liquidity. Some volatility injection. If you're trading the metals, just be careful, please. Please. I cannot stress it enough. Silver and gold right now are just not for the faint of heart. Don't put yourself through that. I've been thinking break the low. Yeah, I'm looking for NASDAQ to break these lows, but it is having a hard time. The buyers keep stepping in at 25,400s here. Like it's, they just want to buy it. Nvidia down now 2%. But we're not seeing that in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's just holding on to 400s for dear life. Let's see it. Silver coming off its highs. Silver's only up 5.5%, which is weird to say. Silver was up 10% at one point. Let's watch this. 20 seconds. Let's see if NASDAQ's wanting to go or not. Gold really looks like a flag. We'll see what happens with this trade. There's a few other good hashtag slow markets. Wasn't able to get to some of them. All right, bottom of the hour is here. Let's see what's going to happen with this NASDAQ. It looks like we're holding here. Finger on the close button. Might call it a loss. If we can't. Silver selling off. It's doing that rounding thing you talked about. What is? Scalped $500, locked out for the day on 2 of the XFAs. Nice. All right, I'm out. I'm not gonna play around with the NASDAQ anymore. $200. A few chopped up. We failed to break down below that 400. That big 1100 contract got filled at 25,400, and we didn't really see much follow through. Maybe it's just waiting for me to get out. Another nice thing that here's another observation I'm seeing. I mean, look how in line these lower highs are, right? Clean lower highs, lower highs. If this breaks out to the long side, maybe we do get a leg higher. But man, what a night. We never did get to the 700 likes, so you're just gonna have to go onto the social medias and see what I was referring to. The most recent one was like X and on Instagram. Tomorrow is going to be a good one. Like I said, we have earnings, we have non-farm payroll on Friday. I just love when I close a position and the market just keeps going against me, because that just makes me feel like I made that right decision, right? But yeah, tomorrow is it's February today. It's February today, and I will be on at 10 a.m. I will be on 10 a.m. tomorrow morning for fast markets, and then I might even just join Andre and Dobie for Power Hour. Yeah, look at us break out that one. So once again, thanks again. Figure these markets out. New week, new month, and let's go. Take care, everybody, and see you then.